Hey everyone, it's me again, and I have another tutorial for you this week. I've just been packed full of tutorials lately. I've been feeling really inspired to do makeup. This look kind of came about because it was the day before the big burlesque show that I had last weekend, which for those of you who are asking, thank you. It was amazing. Such a wonderful opportunity. So many talented performers. I was honored to be a part of it. This was the night before, and one of my friends wanted to go on a girls' night out, just, you know, for dinner and drinks, really low key, not gonna really go hard. But we were going to a nice tapas restaurant, so I still wanted to kind of, you know, get glammed up a little bit and look a little bit nice, but I didn't want to do like a full beat face because I knew I was going to have to do the shit out of my face for the show the next day, so I really wanted to take care of my skin. What started out as it was just supposed to be a really simple look, but it turned into something that I absolutely loved, which is this monochromatic Greige look. Now, Greige is a really, really trendy thing. It's like this gray beige color, and to create this look, I used the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. Now, I haven't had this for very long, maybe a few months, because I kind of hesitated to buy it because, like everybody else who already has the original chocolate bar palette, I didn't think I was going to use this because I already had the regular one. But I bought this and it's got so many amazing like warm toned neutrals in there, some awesome transition shades, and I found myself using Semi-Sweet more than I used the original chocolate bar palette, which is crazy, but I love, love, love this palette, and I've been wanting to create a look using the taupier shades. So this shade right here, this one right here, that one. I saw all these kind of cool toned taupe shades and I was like, wow, these are really great. I really, really want to make a look out of these. And so I did, and then, you know, it was kind of not much, it was whatever. And then I paired it with Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in Celebrity Skin, and it was like a switch flipped, and the entire look came together to be so monochromatic, so fierce, so epic. I was so proud of it. I was putting pictures all over Instagram. In the tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys a technique for doing winged liner using black eyeshadow. It's a lot easier than having to fuss with liquid or gel liners, and it creates this kind of really diffused, really smoky look that I think is just too cool. So if you guys want to know how to get this monochromatic Greige makeup look, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, okay, let's get started because I am losing light really, really fast. To save time, I've already primed my eyes and my face, and I've done my brows already, and I actually did my eyebrows with a shade in the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, which is Puddin', this dark taupe right here. I just went ahead and ran that across the hairs just to fill them in a little bit because my brows are kind of sparse. Y'all already know the drill. We're going to start with our transition shade. I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk 109 and the shade Nougat from the palette, which is this pinky kind of cool toned taupe pink, I guess. I'm bad at describing colors. And I'm just going to take this and kind of lightly wash it into the upper crease area. Now, something I didn't do the first time I did this look, but I'm going to do now, is I'm going to take a Mousse, this little darker color, slightly darker. I'm guessing it's in the same rough shade family, but it's just a hint more dark and a hint more brown. And I'm just going to take a touch of that and put that in the crease proper just to help increase the depth. And now I'm going to go deep, right off the cuff, already to the deeper colors. I'm going to take Puddin', the same color I used in my brows, that dark taupe right there, and I'm going to put it with this e.l.f. contour brush, this little tiny kind of pencil-like almost brush. Take a little bit of it, tap it off, and I'm going to put it in the proper crease, really, really deep down in there. And just kind of draw a line. Put some on the outer V as well, but we're just drawing a line, not really worrying about blending it just yet. And then I'm going to go back with my 109, no additional product, and I'm just going to, you know, blend that out. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and I'm going to take the shade Rum Raisin, which is down in the bottom corner here. Nice shimmery, deep taupe color in the same family as the others. And I'm going to pack this onto the lid. All the way across, back to front. And we're also going to blend that up into the crease color a little bit. Blending it into that outer corner color, up into the crease color, just mushing everything together. Does it look like you have a shimmery black eye? Then you're doing everything right. So, now that that's done, you can kind of darken up where you need to. If you've already done your other eye, make sure the two match up. And then if you took your transition shade up too high, you can go ahead and take Coconut Cream from the palette, the matte highlight color, and put it up by the brow bone. It's a good step to do anyway. And that's just gonna keep it light and keep the shape clean. There you go. And the shadow part of this look is pretty much done for the top. Once you're done blending that. Now we're gonna get into the liner portion, which rather than using black liquid liner, which on this day, like honest to God, I did not feel like, I knew I wasn't gonna feel like scrubbing, you know, black liquid liner off my eyes at the end of the night because I had a show the next day. So I decided to do shadow as liner. So I'm going to take from the same palette Licorice, which is the matte black there, with my, what I normally use is my brow brush, the Satina Beauty flat eyeliner brush. I have used this for like a smoky eyeliner look with black shadow with a lot of success, but I wouldn't use this with like liquid or gel. It's just not thin enough. But it'll work for my purposes here. So I'm just going to take it a little bit, and I'm going to take my mirror down and look down into the mirror and just go kind of close against the lashes and then wing it out. And for the wing, I'm just going to start kind of where my lower lash line ends and kind of extend that line outward, keeping an eye on the other line as well, making sure they match up. And you'll notice when I create the initial line there, I'm using nice short, light strokes, because that way if I mess up, I can always just kind of rub it out and erase it. But this is just to establish the initial line. And then once that's there, connect the upper line down to the lower lash line. You're gonna have to reload on shadow a couple times for this. It's the only inconvenient thing about using shadow as liner. And every once in a while, just kind of look at yourself straight on in the mirror and check for symmetry. And I kind of skipped explaining this step, but after you connect the outer line back down to your lower lash line, you're just going to fill in that gap. And with shadow, you can just get it as opaque as you want to. If you want this to be a really smoky liner, then you can just put on the black very lightly to fill in and then blend it out afterward. I'm wanting this to be a little bit more opaque, so I'm going to go over and over and over with a few layers of the black shadow just to get it slightly more opaque. And that's part of why I love using dark shadow as liner as opposed to just using liquid or gel. It's just so much easier to get it perfect the first time, and it's so much easier to correct mistakes. And now that I've got the liner on, I can take a look at the look again and deepen where I need to if, you know, something needs a little bit more darkness. Like I've noticed my outer corner here just needs a touch more depth right to the edge of the liner, so I can just go back in and correct where I need to. And what's also great about using these eyeshadows as liner instead of regular liner is you can just take a makeup wipe and use that to correct the wing shape. Now that that's done, our liner is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take the same angle brush with no additional product on it, just a touch of black shadow left, and I'm going to connect the upper line down to the lower lash line. And this is just going to be right in between the lashes. We're not taking the black down very low. And then I'm going to take my little pencil brush and put in again that darker taupey color, tap it off, and just work the lower lash line. So we're kind of blending, we're doing double duty here. We're blending the black out as well as going most of the way across with this. Depending on how smoky you want it, you can stop halfway or you can go all the way. It's up to you. And then toward the inside, I'm gonna take Rum Raisin and we're just gonna finish the puzzle piece. Now that that's fixed, I'm gonna take a makeup wipe around my finger and just get rid of any fallout down below. If I went a little bit too ham, you can correct that. Make sure the two sides match. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion 24/7 pencil and I'm going to do black on the waterline from the outer edge around about to the middle. I don't go all the way in because my eyes are pretty close together, and if I do dark all the way in, then it'll push them even closer together, which I don't want. So don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to be psycho a little bit. And tight line. Tight lining is a pretty crucial step when using black eyeshadow as liner because you're not getting the opacity you normally get with liquid liner, so you're gonna have some gaps in between your lashes, and tight lining is just gonna help really get rid of those. It's the only actual eyeliner I use in the entire tutorial. Crazy, right? Okay, so that's pretty much done. Now for mascara and lashes. Now, when I first did this look, I didn't really use false lashes, and you don't have to if you don't want to. I just used them this time around because I like them. But for mascara, I've been using a new one lately. It's the CoverGirl Bombshell Volume by Lash Blast Step mascara. I've been, I just was craving a new mascara and I'd heard a lot of good things about these, so I decided to give it a try. So we're just gonna put that on. Now that said, so far I'm really liking this mascara. It's great to use when you're really looking for something no muss, no fuss, and you're looking for something that will give you lots and lots of volume and a little bit of length without having to wear falsies. This is a good mascara for that. Fan step 1 dry, and then go in with step 2, which is on the other side. Focus on wiggling at the base to get some separation. And for falsies today, I used my old standby, my Ardell 120 Demis. I love these. They're the perfect length, they're the perfect volume, just to add a little something extra, but they have a thin band at the same time, which makes them not only stupid easy to apply, but they also kind of blend in with my natural lashes really well. I don't have a thick band to try and disguise. They're easy to apply, they look really natural, and I've actually had people ask me what mascara I was using because they thought these were my real lashes. Little do they know, they're fake as the day is long. And there you go. That is pretty much the look completed for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and I will be right back. And here's the finished look, just in time for me to lose all of my lighting. Hopefully the camera's light doesn't wash me out too much, but here's the finished look. A few highlights from this particular look. I did a lot of my usual face, but for foundation today, instead of using my usual Lancome Nude Miracle, I used the Garnier Skin Renew Miracle Skin Perfector BB Cream for combo to oily skin. Now this is very important because the one that was for like just the normal BB cream broke me out horribly. It separated on my skin right away, but this one does not do that. The only thing I don't like about this Garnier BB cream is that it doesn't quite match my skin. So I had to use a little bit extra of my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer to kind of, lighten it up and make it less pink so it would match my skin a little bit better. But I did that. For bronzer, I went ahead and used Hoola bronzer from this little Benefit Box Powders holiday kit rather than my usual Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, just to change it up, and I really liked how it ended up looking. And then of course for that glow you see going on right there, I instead of just using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlights in Pearl, I took Pearl and Opal and I mixed them together because Opal has always been a little bit too pink on me. It looks more like a blush than it does a highlight, but if I mix it with a little bit of Pearl, it becomes the perfect kind of peachy beige glow that goes perfectly with this monochromatic look. And of course, for my lips, I used the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Celebrity Skin. It is one of my favorite Jeffree Star liquid lipstick shades of all time. You guys, like, if you get no other Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, if you get no other shade in his line, get Celebrity Skin. It's amazing, the formula is fantastic, and it's that perfect trendy Greige nude color that goes extremely well with the other colors in this look. So let's do some awkward posing. Awkward posing. Looking down, looking forward, looking fierce. Hopefully you learned a lot about using eyeshadow as liner and a bunch of other stuff. Have another look to use in your arsenal. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from me. And if you liked this tutorial, there's a button for that. Spank that like button. You know it deserves it and it helps me out a whole awful lot. So go ahead and do that and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Toodles!